Hey, welcome back. This is Tarot to a T, and we're going to do an August 2022 reading for the sign of Gemini. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you're returning, amen for you coming back. I mean it. I appreciate your support and your enthusiasm, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. So Gemini, let's go ahead and see what we need to know for the month of August 2022. So I sense there's a little bit going on with this. Just a little bit of stirred upness energy here. Okay. Okay, we got 2 on that one. Yo, okay. Let's get more urgent. There we go. Jumped. That one jumped. Now, cards of advice, please. This is Gemini. What kind of course of action or advice does Gemini need? Or the best course of action, let's put it that way. It's always free will, and there's always different things that can be done in any given situation, but sometimes it might be nice to have a little hint about what the best course of action would be, right? Okay. It's coming. Oh. It's coming. One more, please. Looky go, looky go. Okay. Gotcha. We are there. Come on, Gemini. Let's see what's going on. 10 of clubs. Something is going to wrap up for you. It's maybe going to involve travel, but it's good news. 8 of clubs, and we have the Joker, aka the Fool card in traditional tarot. You are at some kind of crossroads decision, and you are stuck on maybe which way to go for sure. The Joker, the Fool card, I think you're a little bit naive about what exactly would be the best decision. 4 of Hearts. This decision may involve something to do with your sense of family, who you're connected to, what makes you feel secure, and we have the King of Hearts. This could be a dominant male. Water sign. It's usually a loving fatherly energy, though. It's very positive. They also have a lot of wisdom, and they're able to guide you if this represents a person. Not sure. So with this completion, like I said, this is like wrapping up a major cycle. Okay. And I did mention travel. It can involve some kind of travel. Sometimes I look at this as emotional travel, mental travel, like going from one mindset to another. Doesn't mean that you're literally having to travel, but apparently this was a good thing that happened. Okay? As a result, I think you're at some kind of crossroads here. And you're a little bit stuck on as what to do. That's what the Fool energy is saying to me. I'm feeling that very strongly. You're just kind of dumbfounded, lost, a loss for words, that kind of thing. Like it's really stumped you. This is like a very hard decision for some reason. What's interesting though is you have a very secure family connection, whether it's with a person or a group of people. This may involve the family unit because it's fatherly energy. We definitely need some more cards for this, because I'm just not getting a very clear picture of what all those elements mean. They're very specific elements, but these two kind of go together. The Four Hearts, King of Hearts. Something involving family. Perhaps you are the kind of the leader of the family. If that King of Hearts is you, something's wrapped up, but you're in some kind of position where you have to make a decision, and you're completely lost about what to do. Now, it could have some kind of finances involved, because this is the card of finances for sure, but being inexperienced, like you don't have enough experience to draw on or information to make a decision. I don't know, maybe you came into some kind of money. I'm hearing like it's not a settlement. I don't think someone passed away and you inherited money. I'm hearing like it's like when a life insurance policy matures and you can cash it out. It's something like that. I'm not saying that's what it is. And maybe you're just having a hard time figuring out what to do with the money. But it affects your family here very strongly. Who you're connected to, and if you are this King of Hearts, I keep thinking you're this King of Hearts energy. It's like it's up to you, because you're the leader. You're the ultimate authority, and it's your and this family is your responsibility. I mean that's the other side of the coin, right? Yes, you have a new start in finances, for sure. Ace of Diamonds, and you're looking to grow your money in some way. So I'm thinking you're trying to decide how to invest it, Gemini. It's like, do you invest it in property? Do you invest it in the stock market? Which both are kind of, they're kind of wobbly at the moment. Excuse me. And it's not something you've done before. You're not real experienced with this, with the Jack of Diamonds. Yeah, I mean, something completed. That's why I keep thinking maturity on life insurance policy or an annuity, if you know what those are. Something has matured and you're able to get the money out and reinvest it. You don't know what to do, and it will affect you going forward, providing for your family or close relatives. Queen of Clubs. So this is a very strong, dominant female energy, but she's she's got a good sense about her, a very good sense of judgment, very responsible. She's possibly somebody you can rely upon for the advice, since it came out with the new start with the Jack of Diamonds. And again, to me, that's you not feeling like you are real comfortable making this decision. You're not quite sure where to start, literally, because you have the new start. The Queen of Clubs could also be a fire sign, a Leo, Sag, or Aries. So I don't know if there's an older female that can help you decide what to do. Yeah, I'm feeling like it's a literal person. Anything else? Yes, Three of Hearts. Again, this is kind of looking at the heart matters, and there's a third element involved. It's possible you have a child connected with the fatherly energy. You could be the father, or you're its father in, not maybe the literal sense, but you play that role in their life, and you do not have to be male. And it involves the security of the family. And with here you have a bit of indecision I'm feeling very strong, like child. Like this is the child. So the child's future, perhaps something that you want to do for the child, is wrapped up in some way that you want to provide for them. The queen could also be a spouse. And that could be part of the third element. Like you have to think about the needs of everyone involved. The spouse. You're the leader, the authority, but the spouse, their needs have to be taken into account for. And then the child. I think that is the third element. I think it's other people. And potentially how you could invest this money or whatever it is that you've gained. Maybe you've gained control of, I don't know, a small business or something, like somebody's handed you the reins. It could be something like that. Like the completion could be somebody retired. That's an interesting take, huh? Yeah, that just popped into my head. Like somebody retired. That would explain why nobody like passed away. There's no divorce going on. It's nothing traumatic like that. It's somebody like is stepping down, handing it over to you, and you're not quite know where to go. You're feeling like, gee, I've never done anything like this before. This is the indecision and the Fool card, feeling naive. Yeah, I think you're in charge of some kind of operations that are going to change your financial future for sure. I'm not seeing like huge windfalls or anything like that. So perhaps that's way down the road. But for now, you have this new start with this income or whatever it is. Let's look at your cards of advice. Yes, changes in your finances. What did I say? Diamond, diamond, diamond. Two of spades. So this is about separation. Usually it's like a split between friends or a split in a relationship. It could mean that you're breaking off ties with whoever has stepped down. Or you need to break ties perhaps with them, if it is a situation like that, them still having an input and giving you advice what to do. It's almost like I'm hearing you need to make your own decisions now. You can't rely upon what they were doing. Don't listen to their advice. This is yours. You get to decide the future of it. Six of Hearts. Yes, it's opened up new opportunities here for you. New doors are appearing that you can open, new paths to walk down. This is also the card of compromise and negotiation. So in the realm of advice, if that makes sense in the context of this, not knowing what to do with the finances, the new start, feeling like you're at a crossroads, negotiate and compromise could be a very strong message. So pay attention to that if that fits your situation. For spades, this is about your security, your sense of home stability. That was the other word I'm looking for. Sorry. When I stutter like that, I'm looking for a word. This is stress relief. Like perhaps prior to this completion and you taking over and being new with the financial aspect of this and just starting out. Prior to that, you might have had some struggle with finances and keeping the family stable. But this is the kind of the opposite. It's the relief is finally there, especially with these new opportunities opening up for you. And Hearts is also it's about emotions too. So that would be very much tied in with family kind of elements, you know. This is definitely affecting your family, whatever that may be. Any more advice for Gemini? Five of Clubs. So this is the card of things needing to change. Change in lifestyle, change in living situation. It's in the realm of advice. It's encouraging. So I'm hearing that it's encouraging you to break up perhaps an old familiar pattern you're used to living in. I think that's a given that that's going to happen. Maybe that's why you feel so stuck on what decision to make, because you know it's going to bring about a lot of changes. Maybe you're not a person who's always comfortable with change. This is encouraging you, though, to let go of the old ways of living, whatever that may be. Changing your mindset, changing your schedule, changing when you get up, changing how you structure your day, because you probably, if you're now in charge of a business, you are probably always following the rules of an employer in the past, and now obviously you have way more freedom, right? So you don't have to stay in those rigid patterns of having someone else dictate how your life goes. That should be a good thing. But I can see how at first you'd be a little bit lost. Eight of Diamonds, again, you have indications of huge payoffs here. This is actually entrepreneurship. I think this is all about you taking over some kind of business. Something that's perhaps already started. Hey Gemini, I had to change the battery in my camera and I just dropped the card. Sorry if there was a little bit of a break there. I know there will be a little bit of inconsistency. But what I was saying is, again, this is the card of entrepreneurship. The scenario that popped into my head, just because I know a little bit about this. So let's say you're an insurance agent or a stockbroker. You've just taken over someone's book. If you are in that field, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So, your hard work is paid off. Your due diligence is paid off. This is about success and financial gain. Okay? And whatever changes need to happen, let them happen. This completion, like I said, that wrapped up, it might have been something that took you by surprise. Although I didn't see that kind of card or energy come out, but you clearly were in a kind of a place of, and I'm talking about down here, it almost seemed like it wasn't expected. That's the impression I'm getting. You would know how it fits your situation, especially if you are like an insurance agent, stockbroker, that kind of thing, where you build a book of business, and one day somebody calls you and says, "Hey, I'm thinking of leaving the business. Want my book?" And let's say it's huge. Let's say it's a huge book, and you were doing okay, but suddenly your business is just like tripled, for example, and probably if that happened, would take a little bit of adjustment. Yeah, you'd be very happy. You'd be ecstatic. But you'd be just like, how do I handle this? Because now you have 3 times the amount of customers to service. For example, if you didn't have an assistant before, now you're going to have to hire an assistant because it gets way too busy for one person to handle it all, etc., etc. You might have to move into a new office space if your office space is too small. I mean, it goes on and on. So just to recap with the advice here, let those changes happen. Your financial future is looking very, very strong and good. The Two of Spades, again, I think this is... I'm not seeing like a split like you had an argument with somebody. I think it's whoever is stepping out. Stepping down. Maybe this is a person that you commiserated with frequently, like called them up for advice, or maybe you went out for coffee, went to lunch, whatever. And now that they're stepping down, they're not going to be there anymore. So there is definitely this division. Maybe not so much disharmony as just that person is exiting your life, because that's how things go. People come in and out of our lives. Sometimes there's no reason for it. It just happens. You just never see them again. You never talk to them again. I think it's all in some way part of our soul contracts with other people. That's just the way it goes. It seems strange, I think, sometimes to think about how many people you've known and now you have nothing to do with them at all. I mean, it could literally go into the thousands, right? All the places you've worked, all the customers you've known, all the people you've known to do work for you, like around your home or worked on your car, the dentist, the doctor's offices. I mean, everywhere, all the people you've ever met. It's overwhelming. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. But yes, this is going to open up wonderful opportunities for you, and it's the end of stress. So if you're feeling like this opportunity here, whatever it is overwhelming, I think it's actually the opposite. It's going to relieve stress in some manner, probably because of your financial future's looking real pretty. Gemini, I'm going to wrap it up there. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and notifications if you want to see the August mid-month reading come out. And thank you for joining me, and take care. Until I see you again.